This is A Real Pain, and today we are reviewing The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey.
Theme song. Okay.
Oh man, John, I'm pretty excited to talk about this movie with you.
Well, so I have a question though, because this isn't really fair because I already know your rating. Because if it's your favorite movie, then it's a 10 out of 10.
I will be completely fair, and I will judge it based off of like movie criteria. I'll try and take out as much of like nostalgia as I can.
Okay.
I'll rate it fairly,
Okay.
but
So based on, when was the last time you watched The Hobbit?
so I think the last time I watched it was probably in like the 2016-18 era.
Okay.
It's been a long time.
So
honestly.
did your rating, is your rating, did it change from how you remembered it versus how the rewatch is?
I'm gonna be honest. I was like grinning ear to ear watching it the whole time again because I was like, in my opinion, I was like, this held up incredibly well.
Okay. Nice. So I think we owe it to the audience before we go into anything.
Mm-hmm.
Did you read the books?
I did read the book. I
Okay.
read The Hobbit. I haven't read The Lord of the Rings,
Okay.
but I did read The Hobbit.
Okay.
Which, funny story, so I read it once on my own, and then another time for 9th grade English class, we had to read it, and I was like pumped, and nobody else in the class was excited. And then we got to watch the movie in class, which I was even more pumped about, and then everybody was just like on their phones watching it. I was
Okay.
like, oh man, guys are missing out.
Okay. Yeah, it was. So were you shocked that they took such a small book and turned it into 3 movies?
So fun fact, it was actually originally supposed to be directed by Guillermo del Toro.
Yep.
But then it was some like conflicting issues or whatever. So then they got Peter Jackson back. And so this first movie, I'm like 99% sure it was originally only supposed to be 2 movies. So it was supposed to be this one and then one more after that. But then the studio was like, well, we got to do a trilogy because The Lord of the Rings was a trilogy.
Okay. So I just need to get, before we do any deep dives, I have some just timeline questions of
Okay.
like when you would have seen this movie.
Yeah.
So this movie came out in 2012.
Yep.
So had you seen the previous Lord of the Ring movies before
Like
The Hobbit?
bits and pieces.
Okay. Okay.
But then I watched them later on.
So would you have been in high school when The Hobbit came out?
So 2012, I was 11 or 12. So I was probably last year of middle school.
Okay. So I would have been in high school when The Fellowship of the Ring came out. So I have a theory
Mm-hmm.
that if The Fellowship of the Ring
Mm-hmm.
had come out when you were in that time frame,
Yeah.
I think Fellowship of the Ring would have been your favorite, would have trumped, because a lot of the feelings that I had watching The Hobbit for the first time just a
Yeah.
couple days ago,
Yep.
I also had that feeling when I watched Fellowship of the Ring
For the first time.
for the first time.
Yeah.
And
Good sign.
so here's my take though
Yeah.
on that. And obviously, like, I'm going to guess your favorite scene. I think I know what it is,
Mm-hmm.
but I got the Force Awaken vibes.
Yep. I would definitely say this movie is the Force Awakens of
Cause
the Hobbit
it
trilogy.
almost beat for beat is like the Fellowship of the Ring. I felt like maybe beat for beat is the wrong expression, but like up until like the very last part of the Hobbit, when they're in the trees,
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, like the Fellowship of the Ring ends this way. Of
Okay.
like they're coming out of a mountain,
Oh,
they're being
yeah,
chased,
yeah.
and I'm like, somebody's gonna die. Like I
That's
think
fair.
somebody's
That's
somebody's
fair.
gonna die. But
Yeah.
but like even like the reluctant hero
Mm-hmm.
doesn't want to go on a journey. Bilbo
Yeah.
doesn't, ends up going. So I know that there's like a lot of different stuff, but I also like part of the reason that I didn't see it originally was
Mhm.
because so many people I feel like this is when the internet was like really starting to rage.
Oh yeah, like hate on movies.
Just on everything. And so like, how could you do this? I actually found, I was like kind of just searching around because we don't pay for the full HBO Max. So there was commercials. So I was like looking stuff up.
Oh geez.
During this stuff. But I just wanted to read this one comment because you mentioned that it was a children's book.
Yeah.
They'd made it in 3 movies. So this is a comment from 13 years ago, which I think it still holds up. Years later, a teacher assigns a book report on The Hobbit to her class. The children, realizing they can save time, choose to read the book rather than watch the movies. I just thought that was hilarious because we used to do that all the time.
That's fair.
Just try to watch the movie instead.
We'll get into it, but I feel like the stuff that they added specifically just for this first movie wasn't like super egregious.
For sure. Yep. And I actually, there was another quote that I wrote down because I felt like maybe Peter Jackson was telling us what he did.
Mm-hmm.
So when Bilbo's writing the stories, and I think he's talking to Frodo.
Yeah.
He has this line, all good stories deserve embellishment. And so I'm like, oh, is he telling us that he's embellishing?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought.
No, and I feel like, and I've kind of come to realize this myself, sometimes books don't translate super well into movies. And so they do have to change some stuff to make it fit into the format and like structure of a movie. So that's where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
That
like, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Should we do our first ratings?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Just adding a few extra marks so you don't know what I wrote.
Yeah.
I promise it's not an 11.
That'd be awesome.
Can we do that? Is that part of the rating?
Okay.
And just so the viewers know, Tabby is going to record what we're writing down for those who are just listening.
Oh, did you see mine?
Nope.
Okay. Oh, do you want to show the camera real quick?
Yep.
Okay. I'll close my eyes.
Boom. There we go.
No peeking.
No peeking.
This is mine. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, that feels good. Feels good. Having watched this, I'm going to try and guess your favorite scene.
Okay.
So coming off of watching Lord of the Rings, I know you really like those movies. So my guess is I think you really like the scene, the riddles in the dark with Gollum.
Yeah.
And like finding out how he actually got the ring in the first place.
That was a really good scene. And honestly, like I would say that was one of the top scenes for sure. So here's the thing about watching it so late. Like I'm watching it 13 plus years after it came out.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of just didn't even have it on my radar that Gollum would even be in this.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, this is really neat.
Yeah.
Yep. That was definitely top scenes. This is a little bit different than normal because I don't know if I could pinpoint my favorite thing being like a specific scene.
Mm-hmm.
Like there were a lot of good scenes in this, but the whole time I'm watching it, all I could think about was the fact that like Ian McKellen is so good as Gandalf.
Yeah.
And so every scene he's in, I'm like, I think he's carrying this movie, even though it's about Bilbo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't know. So like it was nostalgic in all the right reasons and just everything they wrote for him to say, like he carried it. So I kind of didn't like any scene that he wasn't in.
Okay.
I mean, I'm
Wait,
like,
what?
No, I'm just like, I don't know. Like he just has really good lines.
Yeah, he has a presence about him.
But I also think he's cooler in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Like he does a lot more fighting.
Yeah.
I feel like.
I would agree.
So I don't know if he did that in the books at all. Dude, people are going to lose their minds in the comments that I haven't
So
read.
have you read? You
No.
haven't read the book?
No,
Okay.
I haven't read the books.
So I would actually be interested seeing what you think about the next 2 movies, having not read the book. if you just like them as like movies by themselves.
So does the first one cover like what percentage of the book would you say the movie covers?
A third.
Okay.
Yeah. This was definitely way more faithful. I'd say it's like 75% faithful.
Okay.
The others start dwindling quite a bit.
Okay. Gotcha. All right.
Nice.
Okay. So this is what I think your favorite scene is.
Okay.
So it's when Gandalf is doing like a speech of like why he included Bilbo. And so he says, it is the small things, everyday deeds of ordinary folk that keeps the darkness at bay. Simple acts of kindness and love.
Yep.
Is it really?
That was my favorite scene.
Is this a first?
Yeah, this is the first one. Yeah, that got to me.
Yeah.
That got to Rachel.
Okay.
Especially, I don't know, it just feels like there's a lot of dumb stuff going on. It was nice just hearing a good, simple message again.
Yeah, for sure.
And fun fact, that line wasn't in the book. And I feel like that's one of like his best lines he's given.
Because he kind of, I mean, he doesn't say that exact thing in the other three Lord of the Rings movies, but this is definitely kind of the vibe of Gandalf.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
yep, that was my favorite one.
Okay. Yes. I kind of felt that way because and I'm not trying to get like too much into like, off the rails here, but like that's kind of your vibe is just acts of kindness and doing the right thing. So
let's go.
Anyways,
I'm a nice guy, guys. Wow.
Well, no, you can't tell people that you're a nice guy.
Kidding. Just kidding.
I know. I swear,
guys. I swear, I'm really nice. Okay, so beginning of the movie, what was your thoughts of how they convinced him? Ooh, actually, was it pretty dope seeing Frodo again?
It was. I did not expect that.
Yeah.
The whole time I'm like, there were moments where I heard Tim Robinson's voice of kind of seems like a cash grab.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm wondering if the fan reaction when it came out was so harsh because it was so close to the originals coming out.
Maybe.
That's my thought, because like I felt all of the feels watching this movie, and I at no point was mad about anything. Again, I haven't read the book, so I'm not.
That's fair.
I'm probably like more of the general broad audience. But I felt, and it seemed like the effects and all of that stuff, they aged real well.
I thought so too.
And I would argue that it's better than some stuff that's coming out today.
Yeah,
so
for sure. No, I think that scene was fine just because in the first Lord of the Rings movie, like that's how they started, is him writing his story like there and back again. So I thought it made sense for them to revisit that and switch back to how like the story actually started.
Yeah.
It was a good way to like tie a familiar face in, but also made sense to the story.
Yeah.
So, like,
yep, for sure. There was one thought, and I didn't have time, obviously, to go like back and watch the Fellowship of the Ring. But I feel like in one of those previous movies when Bilbo was like talking about where he got the ring, I feel like they like de-aged the old actor that was playing Bilbo. So I kind of wondered at some point if they're going to go back and like do what they did with the original Star Wars and just replace.
Oh no. I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not. So
I have a question.
Yeah.
How did you feel about the singing in the movie?
Okay. So this is going to come into play a little bit later.
Okay.
But our mutual friend, James, I had kind of been sending him a couple questions because I knew that he had read the book.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to ruin anything from the pod by asking you.
Yep.
So I asked him, was there this much singing in the books? I thought I was making a joke. And he was like, yeah.
Yeah. There's like a ton of songs in the book.
So knowing that, I didn't have a problem. I felt like with the dishwashing scene, and you probably didn't see this movie, but there's an old Disney cartoon, The Sword and the Stone.
Oh yeah, I've seen like,
Okay,
bits
so
and
there's a
pieces.
scene where Merlin the wizard uses magic to like wash all the dishes and stuff.
Yeah.
And so when they're all singing
Mm-hmm.
and they're doing all the dishes, I'm like, this feels like a live action version of that Disney cartoon.
Yeah.
But the other song was fine
Okay.
because they were kind of all gathered and they were singing, and that seems like something that would really happen.
Sure.
But they were like improv singing about how worried Bilbo is.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, this is
Oh,
just
man.
a tiny bit Disney, but I mean, again, wasn't like completely like removed.
Sure.
So
No, that's fair. I liked how they embraced, because I know in in one of the Lord of the Rings movies, Pippin sings a song like towards the end when he's still with the king or whatever. But I feel like they embraced more of the song aspect because it was in like all the books and it was a lot, especially like poems or whatever.
okay.
So I thought it was, I don't know, they're like making fun of Bilbo. It felt like a little out of place, but when they're singing about the Lonely Mountain, dude,
Oh yeah.
that song goes hard.
I can honestly say I did not expect you to say that the song went hard.
It goes hard. When I start humming,
Oh my God.
they're singing about their land of yore,
No, it's good. And I honestly I did feel a lot of the feels during this movie.
Yeah.
And I'm a sucker for a really good underdog story.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't cry. I almost did
Okay.
when Thorin at the end is telling Bilbo how wrong he was.
Yeah.
And then Bilbo gives that little speech of like, I'm going to keep going because your home has been displaced and
Yep.
I'm going to help you get it back. I'm
Yeah.
like, that was goosebumps.
Yep. I feel like this movie is like, it's Hope Core the movie.
Yeah. Of course, the movie. Let's go.
Like when he's running out of his house when he's like, I'm going on an adventure. Like that got me in the feels. I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to go on an adventure. I want to
Yeah.
almost die to orcs and goblins and little ghouls.
Yeah, no kidding. So that's what's interesting is I kind of put a poll out on Instagram about some of these ratings and people did not like this movie.
Just so weird.
So like it seems like either people like loved it or just like hated it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But also I should point out, and this is hopefully not a deterrent to keep listening,
Mm-hmm.
but I kind of secretly like it when a fan base gets mad. So hear me out.
Okay.
So hear me out. I think the best example is, did you see Iron Man 3?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So when Iron Man 3 came out,
Yeah, a lot of people did not like that movie.
people hated that movie, mostly because the Mandarin, the bad guy, was played by an actor.
Yeah, it wasn't actually the bad guy of the movie.
And I thought that was hilarious because I'm like, it's just a great interpretation. Like they can't all like copy the comics.
Oh, sure.
And like, I mean, and maybe, and this is a question I have, I guess, for the audience, but like, when you go to a movie, do you want to see it exactly how you read it? Or do you want some sort of element of surprise?
We're getting philosophical here. Let's go.
So that's the question. I mean, that's the question
Yeah.
I have because I saw it and I'm like, that kind of makes me like the movie more because
Mhm.
then I wouldn't have seen it coming that it was actually a different guy.
For sure.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm coming from with like The Hobbit. Like it made me feel really good. And I don't think that's nothing. So I had a good time with it.
Sweet.
Just way too many ads though.
Yeah, that we gotta bump your subscription up. You can't be watching.
So
it.
like
be
and
watching
subscribe.
ads. Yeah.
Like and subscribe.
So John doesn't have to watch ads
can
mid
upgrade
movie.
my HBO
I
Max.
can't even imagine trying to watch that with ads.
Honestly, it was okay because like anytime an ad would come on, then it would give me an opportunity to kind of like jot down what I was thinking and then like look up a couple things. So
yeah.
Also, and this is terrible because I don't remember the characters' names, but Kate Blanchett.
Oh, Galadriel.
Yep.
Yep.
And then the Sauron guy. Dude, people are just they've tuned out at this point.
Saruman. Yeah.
So Emily was like, we felt like, because Chris Lee is the guy who played the White Wizard.
Mm-hmm.
It's the White Wizard, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So he played the White Wizard, and I don't think that he's alive anymore.
No, he was during that movie.
No, I'm saying like now.
Oh,
though.
yeah. Yep.
So I'm like, oh, the fact that I'm seeing him in a new movie, like a movie, and it's kind of like a reunion. Like Emily and I both. Emily's my wife, by the way, but we were both watching that, and it was just, oh, we didn't know they were going to be in this. And again, I don't know if they were in the books, but it was just pulling on the nostalgia.
That whole scene wasn't in the book.
Cash grab.
Yeah. For sure. I don't know. But I didn't hate it though. It made sense. Like, why wouldn't they meet about?
Good story needs embellishment.
Yep.
If anybody has a problem with what I'm saying about how I feel in these movies, if you're going to respond in the comments, also please include your rating of the Amazon Prime show so I can know how serious I need to take your comments.
Have you watched it?
I watched a little bit of it.
Okay, I haven't watched it yet.
The problem is like, I'm a simpleton.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm not seeing the characters from the original movies, I'm like, what is this?
But isn't it about Galadriel?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Oh man.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Oh, okay. John's least favorite scene. Or did you want to talk about anything else that you liked about the movie?
No, it was just a good time. I think Martin Freeman is amazing.
He was meant to be Bilbo for sure.
Yep, just very sweet.
Yep.
And I feel like he kind of brings that sweetness to like most of his other roles, even if they're not supposed to be that way.
There's this one scene, there's something about the way he like moves his arms, like he pats the side of his like legs like this.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just cute.
Yeah. Did you ever watch any of the original Office from the UK?
Oh, like the first couple episodes.
Yeah.
It was kind of a hard watch.
Yeah. But it's kind of funny that he's the original Jim.
Yeah.
So any other scenes that you really enjoyed?
I liked when he found, spoiler, the sword is called Sting.
Yep.
When he found that, and Gandalf was like, can't remember what word he used, but it was like, bravery isn't knowing when to take a life, but when to spare one. And then that playing into him not killing Gollum.
Yes.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. Yep. The other line about the sword that I really liked was one of the dwarfs when he said, I'm pretty sure that's not even really a sword.
Yeah.
I think it's a letter opener. Yeah. I'm like, which is hilarious because, the dwarf and Bilbo are like the same size almost. Yeah. Oh, that was pretty good.
Oh, and then Gandalf getting mad at Thorin. Bilbo's like, Gandalf, where are you going? He's like, to spend it with better company. He's like, who's that? Myself.
That was good. Yeah. Everybody needs some alone time.
Yep. John's least favorite scene. I guess by what you were saying earlier, I'd have to guess the dishwashing scene, just because it seemed like you felt like that was a little out of place in the movie.
That's fair. And I would say like I really enjoyed the movie as a whole. And so it was just that one scene that I'm like, but I didn't hate it.
Okay.
And like, honestly, like hearing the context of like, the books and there being songs there, like I forgive it.
Okay.
So kind of changed my mind.
Yeah.
Just in chatting with you about it. So
nice.
That's how I feel. Okay. I'm going to take a shot in the dark here. and I'm going to guess that you didn't have like a scene that you hated or disliked. I think that you enjoyed the movie as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
And if you did dislike something, it's going to be very minor and probably like dialogue related is what I'm guessing.
Yeah, it wasn't a scene. It was one specific line that I didn't like. And it's where they're sitting at the table and Gandalf reveals that he had the key. And one of the doors, I think it's either Keely or Feely, one of the good looking ones, according to Rachel. He goes, "Oh, if there's a key, there must be a door." I was like, "Oh, buddy."
Yeah.
That was the one line I was like, "Oh, we didn't need to include that." That's peak like Netflix writing right there.
Well, here's the thing though. If he hadn't said that, would you have known that there was a door?
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like that's really the only thing I was ever like truly mad about in the movie.
Okay. Yeah. Just a general comment that I noticed the whole time is like, and I don't know if a lot of movies do this or not, and this will actually kind of bleeds over to the next movie that we're going to talk about, which is Lethal Weapon. Like and subscribe so you don't miss that. But so they always show the action where the characters are, and then they do these like grand zoom outs.
Mm-hmm.
So you really get a context of like the landscape, and like it's almost like the locations are characters.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I don't know if you feel they do a lot in like other movies.
I feel like it's harder to because a lot of them don't shoot on location anymore.
Yes. And so, but like, so, okay, that being said, there's a scene where they're all fleeing from the orcs and they're headed to Rivendell.
Yep.
They're all hiding behind these like rocks, and Gandalf starts like leading them the other way. And then it's like this grand shot. And then this, like the rocks are all like, it's clearly a different spot.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, how long were they running? So I don't like.
No, that's fair.
Because were they running for like 4 hours, like 6 hours? Like it had to have been. So again, we're like nitpicking, which I think is a really good problem to have when you're reviewing a movie, because that means there wasn't anything like plot related, I guess, you know? So yeah, but the locations were insane.
Mm-hmm. Also the music. Not to go back into things I enjoyed, but the music was really good.
Yep.
Also, Rachel really did not like the bird poop and Radagast's hair. Like, that's just gross.
Oh, yeah. I actually made a note about that. I didn't catch his name, but I wrote Brown Wizard. Because
that's what he is.
That's
he is
what
the
he
Brown
is.
Wizard.
Okay. I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but the Brown Wizard, whoever the actor that played him, best eye acting I have ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could just like, I pictured like his audition and him not saying any lines and just like doing the eye stuff.
Stuff. Like, that's our guy.
Yeah, that's our guy. We were looking for eyes.
Oh man. Yeah, I really don't have very much that I didn't enjoy with this movie.
Okay.
I was having a fun time the whole time.
Agree. Okay, so here is I actually got a voice note that I wanted to play.
Okay.
So obviously our mutual friend James, he read the books.
Oh, no
and he
way.
said, and so he said, I said, hey, I'd love to get your thoughts on The Hobbit so I can play it on the pod. I don't think he really took me that seriously because he just sent me a picture where it's just him and no. It's a kind of inside joke, but this is our buddy James. So he sent in a voice note, and I'm going to play that for you now. It's real short. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel like I mean, first of all, it was a really deep answer. He had to reach deep within.
James, I think you should do a rewatch. Don't consider the last two movies. Just fully just think about this movie as a standalone movie. I think you might enjoy it a little bit more.
That's where we're at. Tabby, first of all, we need to know, what was your overall vibe? Don't give us a number.
Okay.
But what was your overall vibe?
Uh-huh.
Did you pay for it when you watched it? And then what are some fun facts?
I did pay for it, but it was so worth it. Because I was watching it on, I'm not going to say the name because we're not doing free ads, but
Nice.
Yeah.
it was a really, really, really good watch. I love The Hobbit. I also am biased because I love adventure movies
Okay.
and epics. So yeah, that was a good watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was your
100%.
favorite scene?
It would have to be, first of all, the music. Yes, they slap.
Okay.
The humming. Oh, so good.
Humming. Got it.
The riddle scene was awesome. I was both scared and like humored at the same time. Like Gollum scares me, but I can't stop looking at him. And it's so funny to watch him. My preciouses. Just adding that everywhere. Which
We're making that into a soundbite.
bad sisses.
I like
It
it.
was so good. That and the intro scene, the good mornings, where
Oh, that
Martin
was
Freeman.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
I
fun.
love that. Yeah. So, what do you think I rated it?
I'm gonna guess an 8.5.
I was going to say the same thing. Yeah, 8.5.
Yeah, you guys are right because I couldn't settle between an 8 and a 9. I feel as if a 9 is too high, and then an 8 is not good enough. So 8.5.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All
So-
right. What are some fun facts?
So some fun facts. Actually, based off of the good morning scene, apparently that was a one take.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So Peter Jackson, he had that entire scene in one take because he wanted to show the comedic timings the two of them had and the chemistry the two actors have,
Yeah.
Martin Freeman and Ian McKellen. Just great chemistry. So that was one take. A second one, did you guys know that Ian McKellen nearly quit during the filming of this movie?
How far
Really?
in?
During the scene. So I don't know what number scene they were recording the beginning scenes in the house, in the Hobbit house. So he had to record those by himself alone in like a green screen room. And because he was only relying on audio cues, it was getting really annoying and frustrating for him. And
Yeah.
he's quoted, there's a recording of him breaking down and saying, I didn't get into acting for this. So he was getting really frustrated.
Really?
Yeah, because he's used to acting with real people and real actors. And so having to just do all of that by himself was really annoying and frustrating. But he did get better because,
That's crazy.
yeah, there's some scenes where they record with other people. Also, they did like a Gandalf day. They did an event where they decorated his tent. And they're like, oh, this is middle of the earth like artifacts and props. And they decorated the room for him. And they called it the Gandalf Day.
That's fun.
Gandalf Appreciation Day, something like that. So that's a second fun fact. And
Hey.
then
I don't think I would have known that just based off watching that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real, yeah. Did you guys know that Peter Jackson also reworked the entire shooting schedule for the production because Martin Freeman was in the middle of shooting for Sherlock and 6 weeks before shooting started, they had not settled on an actor besides Martin Freeman. And so he was like, he said that he was torturing himself at 4 a.m. just watching Sherlock on his iPad. He's like, there's no other actor for this role other than Martin Freeman. So
Crazy.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
yeah,
And I would agree. I don't think I could see anybody else playing Bilbo.
If I were to be honest with you, I know I talked in the beginning a lot about Gandalf being like, this is really fun to watch. Bilbo, Martin Freeman was also really fun to watch. And this movie is all positive vibes, I feel like, and I don't think anybody could have done it better than him.
Yeah.
So are you guys ready to show your final ratings?
Oh yeah. Should we, you want to
do
go
it.
first?
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
Am I going first?
Let's go same time.
Okay.
Count of 3.
Yep.
3, 2. Let's go.
I changed my rating.
Raised a half point.
I changed it from an 8 to an 8.5.
Yeah, I went 9 just because, I mean, honestly, really the only problems I had was 2 little dialogue things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
I had a good time watching it the whole way through.
Let's go. Well, I'll say that I bumped it up 0.25 because it was just really fun to talk about it, and it is good vibes, and I feel like who can't use good vibes right now? So, and the whole core messaging of the thing is just do the little things, be nice to each other.
Yeah.
And then the other 0.25 is honestly just because James hated it so much. And so I don't know. I just like, if you're like, there's movies that I've like disliked or like, hey, this was a 3 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
But I've never like, and I'm not saying James did this, but there's just people out there that's like, dude, the movie didn't ruin your day. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not, it's just a movie. Like,
yeah.
You know, so like anytime there's like an audience where we're like, oh, we just hate this. I'm like, I mean, that makes me like it a little more. So 8.5.
Let's go. Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. That's The Hobbit, guys. I don't know. I am really interested to see what you would think of the last 2.
Yeah, we're going to have to get to it. I mean, honestly, like part of the thing, because our next episode is going to be Lethal Weapon.
Yep.
I realized that we're starting like trilogies and like, so we're going to have to come back and circle back. But I do look forward to watching the other 2.
Yeah. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell as well. The bell. It's really important. Also, so Tabby can get paid.
Yep.
Correct.
Unpaid intern over here.
I think we're all unpaid interns at this.
No, this was fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Feel good episode.
Yep.
Hope you guys liked it too. And if you haven't watched it recently and you didn't like it, maybe just give it a rewatch. Give it another chance. I think you might find something you enjoy out of it.
Maybe take a look in the mirror first.
Yeah.
And just figure out what's wrong with me.
All right. Bye, John.